Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and Attention Coach Jeff Copper, and we're here today with Seth Perler for some other really cool things that he's learned in his world to help his ADD. Seth, welcome to the show.
What's up, Jeff?
Always like have you on. Today you want to talk about, I guess, organization and homes for things, or just homes for things?
Yeah, organization and homes for things. So we have the people that I work with. I'm an executive function coach, so the people that I work with, many of which have ADHD, they struggle with all kinds of things. But with organization, there are a few things that we struggle with: organizing our thoughts, organizing papers that my students write, organizing stuff. When it comes to organizing stuff, when I help students and families learn how to organize stuff, and we do quite a bit of it, we always start off with downsizing, minimizing, getting down to the essentials, decluttering. That is a very important key point I'm not going to talk about here. Once we've decluttered and minimized and done that, then we have, now please, those of you listening, this will make your life easier. We want to have homes for things. Now, I have ADHD. I've struggled with this my whole life. I could not live and manage my life without homes for things. I can find almost anything and everything I need easily because I have formal homes for things. So I'm going to show you a couple of those. This is literally my home for my sunglasses. These are my crappy sunglasses that won't fall off my head with sports. These are my distance ones. These are my fancy ones. These are my ones I usually wear. This is my home for my sunglasses. This is my home for guitar picks. I happen to think this looks cool. So everything I do, I really do try to put intentionality behind it. I don't care what my sunglass box looks like. My guitar pick box, I like it to be kind of cool. And I like that, the guitar picks, like I put intentionality behind it, people. This is my guitar sort of other stuff. There's a metronome, a slide, a capo. These are some guitar things that I use often. That's my little thing for that. Homes for things. And then the last one that I'm going to show you, I set up with all my students. Obviously, I don't set up with my students a guitar pick thing or a sunglass thing. But what I do set up with everybody is what I call a pocket box. And what that means is that anything and everything that ever goes in your pocket that you carry with you. So for my students, this would be your school ID, your wallet, your gift cards around holiday times, change, money, a checkbook, anything that when I have a receipt, I throw the receipt in here, I've been exploring, so I've got a map in there, a mask because it's woo-woo pandemic time. So anything, I got change in here, my keys, anything that goes in my pocket all the time, that is a very important one. I don't care what color, what size, how big your box is, but just get something where every time you walk in your house or your room or your kitchen or whatever it is, and you pull something out of your pocket, it goes in there. And when you're looking for something, you never, ever, ever, ever have to say, oh my gosh, I can't find my keys. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh my gosh, where's my wallet? Oh my gosh, where's my ID? All of those important things always go into that one central place. You walk in the door, throw them in, you're leaving the door, you're looking for something, it's in that place.
And one of the things I think is important, you say when you walk in the door, can I assume that pocket box is relatively close to the door?
Yeah. So yeah. It depends what door, but for me, yeah, it's near the door exiting the house. Yeah.
So it's interesting to me because I like what you're saying, and everybody, when we go through these tips, like what works for Seth works for him. It doesn't necessarily mean it works for you. So I hope you're using this for creativity. But a bunch of things that come to mind, Seth, is that number one, I've worked with a whole bunch of people that have lots of things that are out, and I ask them, where is its home? And they can't always tell me where the home is. And I say, well, its home is where it is, because if it doesn't have a home, that's where it is, because you're not putting it away because of the ambiguity of not knowing where the home is. And so the intentionality that you're coming up with, where is the home, is a thinking process. And I describe a lot of times ADHD procrastination is rooted in ambiguity, and I don't know where to put it because it doesn't have a home. So finding that home, and then finding that home at place of convenience. If the home is on the other side of the house, it's unlikely that it's going to make it there for you. So sometimes you have to think in terms of functionality. Where is its home, or where should its home be, and where can I get to it relatively quickly? The other thing that's interesting for me, as I've coached people for years, is those people who put things in their home, they get upset when things are not in their home, because it's in its home so I can find it. So if somebody takes the stapler, they can get upset because they're actually going to get the staple. And a lot of times their brains are problem solving about some other things, and we've got to stop to find the stapler. It disrupts your thinking process. So we have that automatic brain that goes for that stapler, so the brain can kind of still problem solve and think about what it's doing without getting distracted. So for some, they get upset when things aren't in their home because they have to stop their thinking process to find them. So there's a lot kind of put in here, but I really think, Seth, you do a great job outlining the value of home, the advantages of some of that stuff, and make it your own. Anything else to add?
One last thing I would add is that now what I showed you are 3 of my homes in my home, but in my office when I'm working with students, and some of the homes in my house, all of the homes are labeled obnoxiously large and colorful and clear. So if a student says to me, "Hey Seth, where's the paper?" I say, "Look around the room. You know where it is." And they look around the room because there's a giant sign that says paper. Where's the tape? It's in the box that says tapes and staplers. You know, where's the pencils? So every home for, here in the house, there's a big box that says tools. I used to organize all the tools and then I couldn't keep up with it. Now it's just a giant, massive thing with all, if you want a tool, it's in that box.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So labels, 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 big, obnoxious, clear.
Absolutely. So again, everybody, these are the types of things that are very ADD friendly. I'm going to actually say, you'll notice there's lots of color, lots of obnoxious stuff to it that works with Steph's style. So, but the home concept is really good for a lot of people. And sometimes just realize that stuff is out because its home is where it is. Be more intentional. Think about where it should go, but make it easy. So with that, Seth, thank you so much for coming on the show.
All right, buddy. Take care, everybody.
Everybody hit the subscribe button. Check out, we release a tip every week, and also leave comments. We're interested in your thoughts. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.